let nothing hold me down. Gotta do it. Cause I may not get another chance. I believe it. If I want it, I can have it. I believe it. Done with falling, done with losing. I can do it.
All right. Y'all know what time it is. It is Living Life Successfully with Sonja Busha. I want to thank you for joining me, your health and wellness coach, consultant, entrepreneur, and business owner, educating, motivating, and inspiring and and empowering you to be a better you and helping you to live a better, uh, through a better lifestyle, whether that be mind, body, spirit, finances. And I'm so excited to be here for T.O.S.O.M Tuesdays with none other than Michael Ray Deckard. Can you say hello?
Hey. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing this Tuesday?
Yes. Look at her. There we go. Hey, I do not own the rights to the song that you just heard playing, which was none other than my girl, Kelly Price. It's my time. And what do I say about It's My Time? I'm going to see if Michael Ray remembers. Do you remember? It's our time. It's my time. It's your time. All right. Pop quiz over with. But hey, those who are just tuning in, come on, add your chat, add some questions to the chat button. As you know, we have been having these shows daily to just empower you and just educate you on, the financial industry, financial literacy, on leaving a legacy for not just, your family, but family generation after generation, perhaps. And even last night we talked about how to use our product on starting your own business, but just overall being responsible and putting yourself in a better place. And excuse me, I'm so excited. Like, just what we do, Michael, is awesome because you know what? We are changing lives, and that's what it's about. Are you changing lives? And so put in the chat box again where you're from, who you are, what you may want to know, about what we do, about the financial services industry. If you have not been listening, I do want you to go back and listen to some of the replays that we have available. We are in an $8.3 trillion industry, an industry that has not defaulted. It has not gone broke. In fact, I believe people borrow from us. Is that right, Michael?
That's 100% factual. Yes, ma'am. That is true.
Wow. Wow. See, so if you need, not only are we changing lives through offering our products and services, but we work from anywhere. And if you are at a time in your life where you are seeking something new, seeking employment or whatever that may do, business opportunities, reach out to us. As you can see, I have scrolling across the screen my Facebook page, which is at Coach Sonja Busha. My YouTube page is Living Life Successfully with Sonja Busha. I do want you to engage with us. We are building a community to again educate you. Because what you do now, sometimes that what is that saying? They say, "I did what I did because I didn't know better," or that's what I was introduced to. But now that we know better, we have no excuse. In fact, we have this sign that one of our mentors, our business partners, has. It says "No excuse," and so we made this banner, moving forward. And I have declared, as of our meeting the other night, this is the year of breakthrough. But not only that, whatever year it is, whatever season you're in, no excuses. And I just want you all to be encouraged tonight and know that God can turn things around. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter what you're experiencing, God can turn it around. Absolutely. Again, you're listening to Living Life Successfully with Sonja Busha. We are on T.O.S.O.M Tuesdays. Michael, before we get started with our person
Hmm.
can't for tonight, because we're featuring the same person. As a matter of fact, if you didn't listen to Money Motivated Monday, I got it out. And who we talked about, we decided to just go the whole week talking about this individual. I'm not going to name him because I want you to be it to be a surprise if you didn't listen to last night. But just
Right.
tell everybody without too much detail of what we're doing tonight. What is T.O.S.O.M Tuesdays?
Toast Tuesday basically is from my old business that we used to have uh, called The Other Side of Money. And a lot of people, they've had old ideas about money. They thought that money was the root of all evil, or they thought that money can't buy you love or can't buy you happiness. But we have learned through life experience that the lack of money more is the root of all evil than more money. So what we did was we came up with this Tuesday to look at things from a perspective of, if you had more money than you had month, what would you do? Right? Everybody always talks about having more month than money. So we just flipped it. And so on Tuesdays, we focus on, if money was not an issue any longer and you had more than enough for you and your family and all your bills paid, no debt, what would you do? What could you do? What could you not do? That's so we just want to get people in that mind frame and take at least one day out of the week to, instead of building somebody else's dream, look and see what you could do for yourself and what you could do, and start dreaming again. Because we've been dreamers, we just had to push them aside and build somebody else's dream. That's what you do when you're jumping over bills or just over broken. That's a job. So that's what
Wow.
Trophy Tuesday is all about.
Jumping over bills. Now, I haven't heard it put like that, but yeah, a lot of people, and that's a serious subject because a lot of people are really today, especially even before the pandemic. We can't
Right.
just, the pandemic has caused even more challenges, but
Absolutely.
literally jumping over, what you say, jumping over money, jumping over
Jumping
what?
over bills.
Jumping
Job.
over
Jumping over
bills.
bills.
Sorry.
You
And
good?
they don't know what to do. But you know what? We have a solution for you. And tonight we just want you to sit back, engage with us again, put in the chat box your name, any questions that you may have, your contact information.
Absolutely.
Because, this is real where we're at, the struggle, the financial, struggle that has challenged people over the years, for every culture, just about, as a matter of fact. But
Right.
right now, I want you to just think and just vision and just imagine. Now, Michael came up with this, but check this out. So, when you have made the sacrifice, suffered losses, and paid your price. Now, whatever that price may be, whatever your price is, because my price may not be your price and your price may not be my price, but how
Right.
will you give back? Have you even thought about giving back once you've entered into your level of success, whatever your success looks like? Have you thought about even paying forward even while you're trying to get to that point?
Right.
Well, the gentleman, the person, the individual that we'll be discussing tonight, he, after he reached his goals, and he reached the success level, and he's still doing so much more.
He
He
is.
decided to give back in so many ways. And this is something great to imagine, when I get to that point, because I have a long list of things, Michael, that
Mhm.
I truly desire to do. When I'm thinking kingdom advancement, what I
Right.
can
Right.
do, not just for myself, not just for my children
Hmm.
and my family, but even just the community nationwide. There is so much need, so much work that yet needs to be done.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna put this picture up, and we shared this last night on Money Motivated Mondays. Golly, I got it right the first time and forgot, said it wrong. But
Okay.
this gentleman, I'm gonna see if anybody recognizes him. And if you were listening to it last night, I'm sure you did. But he is from New Orleans,
Yep.
born and raised there.
Yep.
Hey, guess what? You said his year is your year. I found out that his wife's name is the same as mine.
Really?
It is. Wow.
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 Go figure.
Well, this gentleman, let me put up my next picture here. Y'all recognize him from right here? Look, he has on that hat in a, I guess that's a studio, maybe the earlier days. Here we
Uh-huh.
go again, kind of
Uh-huh.
getting more clear to you. Those who
Uh-huh.
are listening, I hope you're chatting the box and tell me who you think it is.
Can I
Well,
give him the clue? Can I give him the clue, Dr.
give him a
Boucher?
clue.
Can I give him the
Go
clue?
ahead, go ahead.
Nah, 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 nah. That's that 504 boy.
There you go with that nah, whatever you do it.
That's what I didn't do it. That's what they do. I just repeated it because people that are familiar with the rap game that graduated high school around 1985, 86,
Uh-huh.
in the mid to late 90s when they started blowing up and everybody heard of Master P.
Master P. Well, no, hold on. No,
504 boy.
no, 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 no. Hold on. It's Percy Robert
Oh,
Miller,
why you got to call him by his
aka
government
yep,
name?
yep, government name, Percy Robert Miller, aka Master P. Y'all,
Master
look,
that
check
B.
this out. He was raised in New Orleans in the
Yes,
Collapse Project. So sounds like he
yes,
was from the projects. He is one of the oldest of five children. I didn't mention that last night.
right.
He has one sister and three brothers.
Yep.
What else? He attended, this school is everywhere, Booker T. Washington High School and Warren Easton High School in New Orleans.
Mhm.
He has played basketball. He attended the University of Houston. I was
Mhm.
like, wow, he attended the University of Houston where he received a good scholarship. You know, my notes say he received a good scholarship. But even with that, which was an athletic scholarship, basketball scholarship, he dropped out months into his freshman year and he transferred to Merritt College in Oakland, California to major in business administration.
Right.
I was like, wow. But the great thing, well, not great, this isn't great, but it's good because of what we are sharing on and how we're educating people on what we do and what they can do with our products and services. So I'm not going to say great, but unfortunately, but it turned out to be a very great success because he knew, you know, being a business major, what to do and how to invest. I'm assuming because hey, he is worth over $200 million or plus more today. So, um, and I looked that up, you know, his net worth. But after the death of his grandfather, he inherited $10,000 from an insurance policy death benefit where he opened up the record store. And we talked about this last night in Richmond, California. And he called it No Limit Records, which became the foundation for his own record label, same name today. So
Right.
without further ado, and there's a lot of interesting information, and we're going to break it down every night about Master P. Like I even mentioned, I didn't know that, or just reading about some of the things that he's done after he made it, you know, to the level that he is. He's given so much back to the community.
So
It's
much.
it's,
So
it's
much.
so awesome. So
Oh
tell
yeah.
the listening audience about, you know, what they could do if once they receive that level of success that they could do like Master P is doing, because he's doing so much for those who don't know, and we're going to share that with you tonight.
Oh my goodness. It's amazing because there's been several different national disasters or pandemics that have gone on since
Right,
his start in the late 90s, right? And
right,
so back when Katrina hit, that was in his home state. So mainly where it came, it affected everybody nationally. But he did a lot of things as far as providing, food and
right,
water and clothing for people that were destitute. I mean, completely lost everything. And he was going back into the communities back
right,
before the water completely subsided to see what he could do to help. And most people, if they had to get out of a situation because of that type of danger, they would have gone to the high hills and stayed up there and not been worried about it. And you said, well, we'll be praying for y'all. No, man, he rolled his sleeves up, and brought truckloads of food, water, and clothing to help take care of people. And
Yes.
a lot of people. It was a gentleman that was on his live show just last night, right before we did the Money Motivated Monday
Right. I
night,
remember you saying.
and this guy was just released out of prison. He wanted to do something in his community, so he started like a youth center.
Right.
And he said that Master P, because of their relationship, that he had started helping him in the because this guy made a film, and Master P helped him put it together and did some of the scoring with it. And he went and he said that he came from New Orleans, and the gentleman that was in California, he was originally from New Orleans as well, but he went all the way to California, and he helped him as he was building his community center.
Wow.
And he said that this guy, Master P, did more for him in California than people that were from the neighborhood that the community center was in. And he
Right.
said, man, there's nothing that anybody could ever say to me when they get money like Master P did. Can't
Mm-hmm.
nobody do nothing because nobody else has done anything to assist him. And so that just lets me know, as we build this financial services business, and as we open up the horizon, and we start showing people how they can take an insurance policy, build up cash value to not only protect them when they pass away, but they get the living benefits when they're like, if they got sick and they didn't die. Most regular old school 8-track policies, they can't do nothing with it till they die, right? And it's not even them that get to do anything with it because they're no longer here. So this type of insurance that we have access to today, the lifestyles that the people that put in the work, it
Mm-hmm.
has changed so dramatically. And I just want people to understand and know what they have access to. And as we're building this, starting from the beginning stages and
Yeah.
then leveling up and being a blessing to people. And as I've said in the past, we're going to be a conduit. We're going to be a funnel that as things come our direction, we'll be able to funnel back. And as Master P has given us a perfect example during Katrina, during 9/11, during the pandemic, he has given more than most people that have much more than he has done. And I
Right.
just want to use that as an example, as what, as a person that has reached levels of success to where money is no longer an issue, what are you going to do to change that? What would you do to make a difference? And that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Making a difference, changing lives. I'm gonna put my glasses on a second here. I
All
was
right.
looking, you mentioned him helping his friend. I
Mhm.
also see where Master P, or Percy Miller, aka Master P, he started a youth charity foundation. I don't know if that's the one also, but he's the founder of the youth charity foundation called Team Hope,
Mhm.
and he lets the kids right at that, and it's an at risk, I'm sorry, it's an at risk for the youth. And what he does there is he mentors and he helps equip the kids with life skills that
Right.
are necessary from not so good areas or disadvantaged children. So he gives
The
back
hood. The
to the
hood.
And if you want to know, that foundation is called teamhopefoundation.org. If you want to go research, and I think that's awesome, to have enough money set aside to start a foundation that's going to make a difference and change the trajectory of someone's life. And he's changing lives tremendously by doing that.
Right.
Um, also, him and his son, I was looking at how him and little Romeo, I didn't pull up a picture of little Romeo, but all of you all that are listening, I know you know who little Romeo is. But him and his or Master P and his son little Romeo, they dedicate a lot of their time and energy also towards helping others. I love their story because they're actually changing lives. What we're doing, changing lives, educating
Absolutely.
people. And, you know, we all have our platform. We have different talents that God has blessed us with. And you know, when you get to that point, it's good. Even if you, before you reach that status or a certain level of success, start giving now. Start wherever you are, paying forward, like I said, and just giving back. But they help the young, specifically young people, you know,
Right.
in so many areas. And so I just wanted to mention that they give to charities and foundations that they support are the Children's Hospital in Los Angeles. For those who don't know, he gives to him and his son gives to an organization called Food on Foot. That's interesting. Food on Foot. And what
FOF.
that does, it provides the poor and homeless of Los Angeles. And you know, I love this part with nutritional meals, clothing, and assistance in the transition to employment and life off the streets. Now, when I saw that nutritional meals, you know, that's one of my goals is to provide healthy, organic nutritional meals, you know, to families, to children,
Right.
even starting in the school system. Because if we can teach the children at a young age and get with them and show them, because they're, you know, you have to teach children. It says
Right.
train a child up the way they should go, and as they grow older, you know,
Not
they'll know
depart.
what to do. Yeah, they
Right.
won't depart from the word, but also from the habits that you have, you know,
Absolutely.
help them develop. And so,
Absolutely.
and a lot of people, I don't know, you know, listening, realize that, you know, what you eat affects your brain and how you think. And so I think this is great that he's providing nutritional meals for these children. And not
Oh
only
yeah.
that, they have It's Time Kids. So they do a lot for children. And It's Time Kids is an urban born program to get inner city youth on the right track mentally and physically. Michael, talk a little bit about mental, how that can affect your future, how it can affect, you know, the growth of a child, period, to even an adult in the way they're thinking.
Well, just I appreciate it, the opportunity to talk about that because we don't really look at things from the perspective of, you know, the longevity of what we as adults, now that we are adults, what we've gone through to get to where we are now. So as a child, remember when we were learning how to walk and we didn't count how many times you failed. We
Right.
just kept getting up and kept getting up and kept getting up until you finally learned how to put one foot in front of the other, right? And then I can remember my parents telling me, baby, you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up, right? You remember those years?
Yeah.
And we talked about that just the other day, as a matter of fact.
Hmm.
And once you get to about the eighth or ninth grade, that's all you hear. Your parents and your grandparents telling you, baby, you can do whatever you want to do when you grow up.
That's what they
And
say.
then when you get to the eighth or ninth grade, everything changes. So during the formative years, when we believe what people tell us about us and we get the patterns of thought behind what people say about us, then in the eighth or ninth grade, it changes and shifts. Now we got to pick a subject and we got to pick, you know, what a profession. We got to know what we want to go to college to do. But you didn't tell me I had to do that when I was a kid. You told me I could be and do whatever I wanted to be or do. Now you telling me what to do. So as a high school junior, you have to decide where you're going to go to college, what your profession is going to be.
That's your
At
time.
16 or 17 years old, people are forcing people to make those decisions, and not every young adult is ready to make that choice because while we were younger, all we heard was you can do or be whatever you want to be or do, and now you telling me what to do.
Right.
So state of confusion. And so you have kids that, I won't say that they waste money, but because they go to college or they go do something to make somebody else happy, man, they spend a lifetime of turmoil
Yeah.
because now they went to college, they have a degree, but They really didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
They wanted to be an artist. They wanted to be, an actor or a singer, or they wanted to build skyscrapers or whatever it is that they thought that they wanted to do when they were a child. They stopped doing that because we as adults made them make a choice that they weren't ready to make yet. And so what we have was the opportunity to
Mhm.
help people grasp back your dreams that you have once had as a child. Whatever it is that you wanted to be or do, you can be or do that. And when you get to the other side of money, when you move to T.O.S.O.M, get your van lines diesel truck ready, get your United Parcel truck loaded up so you can move to T.O.S.O M, the other
Right.
side of money, and you can do whatever you have always wanted to do because you have put in the work. You wrote the vision and made it plain. You built a team of individuals, then you helped them be successful, so that pushed you to a level of success, and now you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And that's what it's all about, and that's what we want to help you do. We
Right.
want to help people do that as much as possible. We look forward to helping.
Wow. And all this got started just from him taking the inheritance, the
Yep.
policy that he received from the death of his grandfather.
Wow.
He went already to, was going to business school. He transferred out of basketball and went to business school. So education, is important, but
Right.
not only that, but what you do with it later. And so
Absolutely.
that's what we're here to show you that, just don't, because you need to be responsible. And it's important that you think about the what if something happened. But the fact of the matter is, what if you want to start a business? What if you want to protect your income, which you should want to, you need to prepare for retirement. We
Right.
have a product that's in place that, man, it serves a plethora of things, for an
Absolutely.
individual. And so, like
Absolutely.
I said last night, it's time for a policy review. If you
It
don't
is.
know
It
what
is
you
that
have
time.
in place, yeah, you don't know what you have in place, you probably have what Michael Ray Deckard calls the old A-track policy. It's time to upgrade. Can I hear
Time to get some
upgrade?
streaming music. That's right.
Upgrade, level up, something. But we need to do a policy review. And
Absolutely.
before you give your contact information, I have to read this part about Master P because this just caught my attention. And I want you to get in touch with Master P because I want to partner up with Master P when it comes to health and wellness. He says their motto is fatten our brains and not our bodies. Hey, and focus on 3 E's, which is education, and we are educating individuals, and we also can go into the school systems as well. For those who are listening right now, if you are in a school, you're an educator, you are in a college institution, a trade school, or an organization, and you need somebody to come teach financial literacy, call us. We can do a
No
full
problem.
blown Zoom. We can come in depending on how things are with the pandemic, but we are here and we can educate you. But he says
Absolutely.
education, eat right, and exercise. It's time
Three
to
E.
say, yep, I like that. Educate, eat right, and exercise. It's time to say no to childhood obesity and yes to education. It's time to get in shape. And, I love the eat right. Our young people are our future. If
Yes.
I have some young people on here listening right now, you are our future. We
We
have
need
business
y'all.
opportunities for you. We have, in fact, if you are even thinking about, what you want to do in the future, your trade, whatever it is that you've been dreaming about, talk to your parents. Say, hey, mom, dad, do you have this IUL, this thing that they're talking about in place? Um, in fact, put your parents' phone number in my chat box here, and we'll give them a call on your behalf. Make sure you
On
put your
your
name,
behalf.
and so we will talk to your parents on your behalf. But
Absolutely.
Master P says our children, and I agree, our children are our future. And by
They
preparing
are.
them mentally and physically, we are preserving our future. His thing sounds like mine. Your health is your wealth. And so
That's what it is.
I like that. So can you get that done?
Absolutely.
You can
Working
get
on it.
Master P?
Working. We working
All
on it.
right,
We
we're gonna
working.
look. Y'all heard it. I'm gonna hold them to it. But I think it's great what Percy Robert Miller, aka Master P, is doing. I hope he hears this video, this recording, and everything. And I really would like to partner with him because he's doing a lot of philanthropy work, and he's helping generations to generations. He's making a difference. He's changing lives. So
Absolutely.
contact us. Like I said, it's time for a policy review. You can look me up on my Facebook page, my social media pages, platform, LinkedIn. You can also reach Michael Deckard on, can you give them your information, please, sir?
Indeed, LinkedIn, michael.deckard@gmail.com. Text 40292 to 63975. Get an index of what it is that we're doing. My goal is to become the sought out ones to educate the masses in financial services and what's available for us today. We've been in we've been in the format to where we normally find out about things after everybody else, and when it's out of date or been used up and it's no longer available or how it used to be. Well, that gentleman right there, as well as the two of us, we know what insurance can do. And it's not something that you have to necessarily, like it was for him. His grandfather had to pass in order for him to be able to get the money to do what he did. We can help you find a product that you don't have to die to be able to benefit. Start your business, do $1 million baby policy. So by the time your child, 14 years after you started, they could be a millionaire when they retire. There's so many different facets to the insurance and financial services world that we live in. The 401k, 403b plans, those are fallacies. They're not doing what the stock market the last 3 days has been going so crazy. People that have their money in the stock market, it's not a good thing. But if you do what the 504 boy on the screen, my boy, born in 67, Master P, or as Dr. Boucher calls him, Percy Miller. that I'm telling you, you would be blown away with some of the concepts that are available. That if you take the money that you spend out going to Starbucks 5 times a week, going out to eat 3 to 5 times a day, that money can be utilized to where you don't have to go and borrow money. You don't have to wait to income tax season to be able to benefit and create lifetime income, money that will last your life, whether
Right.
you get sick or not, whether you die young or live to be 120 years old. We have stuff to be able to take care of you. Come talk to us. Let us sit down 15, 30 minutes. We got you.
That's all it takes, huh? 15 to
That's
30
all it
minutes.
takes. 15 to
We
30
won't hurt
minutes.
you.
Not
We
at
will
all.
not hurt you. Well, I
Not
want you all to make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you put your contact information so that we can contact you and we can schedule that appointment with you
policy
to do
review.
that policy review. To do that policy review. It's
Absolutely.
got to be done. It's got to be done. It won't hurt. We won't bite. But give us a call, with the information inbox again. I do thank you so much for, again, a wonderful night, Michael Ray. I mean, I don't say your whole name, Michael.
You and
Look,
them
I'm
government names, Boo. Say
doing
what's
government names tonight. Hey,
oh Lord.
hey. But Michael R. Deckard, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Um,
Thank you
Workload
for having me.
Wednesdays. Workload Wednesdays. You don't want to miss Workload Wednesdays. And
Workload.
you want to give them a sneak preview a little bit? No,
Well,
yes, maybe so. No.
Workload Wednesday, also known from the back in the day term Hump Day, right? You're looking back over your week and see what you got accomplished. Looking forward to the weekend to see how close it is, and what you're gonna be able to do when you're not having to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
This workload Wednesday, we're gonna look more into the subject matter of what work was actually done and the benefit from the work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is gonna be very interesting. So tune in, come see what we got. It'll
Yeah,
be worth your time. Looking forward to seeing you.
exactly. Thank you so much. Again, you can reach me on Facebook page, LinkedIn, Instagram. What is the 2, 3? Oh, he's giving me numbers. That confuses me.
I'm telling you, that's how many ways you got to get contacted.
YouTube, Calendly.com/Coach Sonja Busha. We do want to connect with you. Why are we doing this? Because we want you to have a successful outcome, a successful life. Help you in whatever way that you need assistance in. We're here to change lives. We're here to connect with you because you do matter. You are valuable, and we do want to see you succeed in whatever you choose to do. For God wishes above all things that you would prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. So even as you're prospering on one end, your soul, your mental, your emotions, everything needs to be in balance. So we want you to be in balance, and we definitely want you to have more money than month, right? Did I
Absolutely.
say it right? More money than month. Well,
More money.
this was T.O.S.O.M Tuesdays with Michael R. Deckard and Sonja Busha. We want to thank you for joining us. We're going to go out with It's My Time by Kelly Price. And again, I do not own the rights to this song. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining
Tomorrow,
us.
come see us.
Oh my goodness. Give me just a second. Make sure you join us
While,
tomorrow.
while she's looking for the song, y'all, I'm telling y'all, let's get ready.
Here we go. It's my time to rise. It's my time to shine. It's my time to live. It's my time to fly. It's my time. It's my time. I can see it. I can feel it. Time has come now to reveal it. I've been waiting for a long time. Gotta do it. And won't let nothing hold me down. Gotta do it. Because I may not get another chance. I believe it. If I want it, I can have it. I believe it.